Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW. Here to do Royal Rumble 2023 predictions. It's your boy, the Real Big E, and Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man? I know last week you talked about some snow, and it seems like it took a week for us to get it. Got some today. Well,
okay. Well, man, you can have it. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but we did get a few inches. Luckily, somebody was nice and snowblower. They came down the sidewalk with the snowblower. Normally, they don't do that. I don't know if they don't like me or what it is. Normally, I have to shovel, but this time I did not.
Nice. Well, there's two things. I have two things I want to talk about with snowblowers real quick before we get into this. So I have one, and I always try to be generous, and I always do the sidewalk because I got the snowblower. Why not do the sidewalk? But normally I just do the sidewalk from my house to the neighbor's house, and that's kind of it. Well, today I was like, I'll be a little more generous. I'll go all the way down to the stop sign when most of the kids and teenagers walk to the bus, and my oldest as well. So I did that, went all the way down the stop sign, across the street, and I was going to come back. Halfway on my way back, that bitch died on me.
What, out of gas or?
It wasn't out of gas. I put gas in it. So maybe it's the oil. I haven't used that thing in a year, so that may be why.
Oh, okay.
So I had to push that big sumbitch back to my house.
Yeah, a lot harder to push when it ain't working, right?
When it ain't working. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
man, better check that oil.
Yeah. All right, get some I think it's 5W30. I think so. I don't know. But the other thing, did you hear about Jeremy Renner getting run over by a snowplow?
Oh man, yeah, that happened months ago. So yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Actually happened like 2 or 3 days after Christmas. He suffered 30 broken bones. And they're worried about his leg.
Yeah.
It may have to be amputated. But I guess they're gonna try to, do what they can. He's back home now, and he's doing, therapy and stuff.
Well, man, dude is lucky to even be alive. So that's a blessing. I mean, you don't want to see anybody lose any part of their body, but I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens, man, he could have died from what I heard.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. At first they reported snowplow accident. I don't really know what that means, and he suffered multiple injuries, and he's in critical condition. And then it came out the damn thing ran him over. This is a snowcat. It's like a tank.
Yeah.
It ran him over. Like 14,000 pound thing.
Yeah, man, that is 7 tons. Okay, I mean,
he should have been crushed.
My car might weigh. Yeah, my SUV might weigh 1.5 tons.
No, not even, because a full-size pickup is only considered a 0.5 ton.
Oh, you know what? That's right. Yeah, I guess that's right. Damn. Yeah.
So, yeah. Hell, being run over by a car
right
is bad. You talking about a full-on snowcat. Like, that thing is huge. Yeah, no. But glad he's still here, and hopefully that he can make a good enough recovery and still have somewhat of an acting career. But hopefully he's done. He's done well. Hopefully he's done well. Hopefully he's done the right thing with his money. So.
Well, yeah, not just the Marvel thing. He actually has a show. I don't know if it's on Paramount, but I think it's called The Mayor of Kingstown or something.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
And it looks like a good show. And man, now you just have to wonder about the future of that show.
Yeah, the season 2 just got released. So I might have checked that out because it's not tied to Yellowstone. I think it's the same universe though as
Oh, really? I didn't
Yellowstone.
think it had any connection to Yellowstone. Well, Yellowstone's just got all kinds of uh
Yeah, all kinds of spinoffs. They went nuts.
spinoffs. That's what I was looking for.
They
That's
went to the first prequel. Now they got another prequel with Harrison Ford, and you got the current season that me and my wife are behind on. But yeah.
Yeah, I might try that 1923 because I like both Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren.
Yeah, I had to finish the first one. I mean, they're all good. It's just a lot of, like you say, it's a lot of content to digest.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep up with The Last of Us, which it's based on the video game. But I'm telling you right now, you do not need to have any knowledge of the video game to watch that show. It is phenomenal.
that's what I've heard, and I am going to give that a try. I still have not watched House of the Dragon yet. That tells you how far behind I am on shit, on
Right.
TV. But yeah, I'm going to get that watch. I was so curious after seeing your review. I actually did watch the first episode of Velma. Yeah, I don't think I'll watch a second one, but I was just
Yeah, so I was
curious
like,
after
well, it's 20
talked
minutes,
about
so it's not gonna ruin your
it.
day.
Right.
Yeah. That they renewed it for season 2. So
I
we'll
wonder how
see.
she got the rights from the Scooby people to do that. I mean, she had to buy the rights from somebody. You can't just borrow all those characters and do your own thing with it.
Hollywood, you pitch an idea, they go, okay.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 is kicking off with the Royal Rumble in the wrestling world. I don't know why they got rid of day one. I thought it was a good idea, unique concept, but I guess it's a little hard because you're gonna do it on the first day of the year. The first day of the year ain't gonna always fall on the weekend, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or maybe it just wasn't that successful. I don't know.
Who knows? We're here to talk Royal Rumble, and we don't have on these pay-per-views. Not that many matches because obviously the 2 Rumble matches take up an hour each, at least. So we're gonna do talk predictions, get into these matches. There's only 5. Got three singles matches and then the 2 Rumbles. So let us just get into it. Kicking off here with the Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. I think it's appropriate we should say versus Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy and all the foolishness.
Yeah, is Lily going to be there too? I mean, just
all of that makes this hard to predict because, like I've said previously, we need to see how this horror movie is going to end, and it needs to. This is my 2 cents. I'm giving it to Saturday. You need to give me a lot of something on Saturday and make this thing make sense in some kind of way. So, based on Bray Wyatt's return, based on this new push for Alexa, this is going to be an unpopular vote, but I think somehow Uncle Howdy is going to cost Bianca Belair her Raw Women's Championship. It won't be, obviously it's not clean, but you throw in all the shenanigans and anything can happen. I don't think that this goes to Bray Wyatt too. If Alexa Bliss is going to be this type of character, I don't think she needs a championship. Just there was years and years and years with Undertaker. I mean, I guess if you count the Ministry, he did have the championship for a while, but I don't know. I don't like tying in the championship with the magic, but here we go. I will go ahead and go on a limb and say Alexa Bliss with the help of Uncle Howdy and maybe even a new member of the Wyatt situation shows up. and she somehow, some way gets the belt off Bianca. I could be wrong. They might want Bianca to go into WrestleMania as champion, but that's just, if you're gonna book this thing, that was the problem last time with Bray Wyatt. And even though she's not Bray Wyatt, I'm just saying she's tied to him. You can't cut all these promos and do all these things and then lose all your matches. It just, so that's where my choice comes from.
Yeah, well, you made my point that I was about to say, is that this character she's developing, or that she's redeveloping, she's used it before, doesn't really need a title. So I think that it will be a thing where Alexa just gets possessed, goes off, does something to get herself disqualified, because there's not a stipulation to the match.
No.
So even if Uncle Howdy gets involved, I mean, wouldn't that be a disqualification? I mean, I don't know. But I do think Bianca's going to retain, because I do think they want her to have the title going into Mania. I don't think that any match you set Alexis, I keep calling her Alexis for whatever reason lately, but Alexa, I don't see any matchup that is really exciting for her at WrestleMania, but I could see a couple they could do with Bianca. So for that, I'm just going to say that Bianca retains, but yeah, it'll be some silliness with Lily, Uncle Howdy, or who the hell knows.
Man, they come out with a real life, like a person dressed as Lily. I shouldn't say shit like that. Speaking to, is this?
You know what, man? You just never know with this whole thing. I'm not liking it. I didn't like it before. I'm not excited about it now. I don't think it's going to be any better. It could be worse.
Yeah. Well, I know you're not thrilled about this one either, so we're just going to get it out the way.
My grade is in.
My grade. It can't be in. You said this before. You didn't give it A. I went back and checked the record.
No, yeah.
But you didn't give it an F either.
I think I gave it a C. I think I was right in the middle. I think
you gave it a C. But look, okay. Monday Night Raw 30, you had Taker come out and confront LA Knight. And then Bray Wyatt, first Bray Wyatt, cut him off at the pass, and then, Undertaker kind of threw him to Bray Wyatt, and him and Bray shared some words that I thought, Undertaker had the mic and then didn't use it, and then just whispered in his ear, and it's like, come on, don't do that. Don't tease us like that. And then whispered to him. I was trying to read his lips, like, is he giving him instructions? Is he saying, like, you and me down the line? What is it? Or you're the new face of evil? That's what I was looking to hear, like, just Taker saying, passing the torch, essentially. That's what I thought that they were going to be doing. Maybe he did and decided that he was going to go old school route and just kind of leave us hanging. But WWE formula, though, the Raw before the pay-per-view, yeah, LA Knight taking the hit, taking the Sister Abigail. We've already seen Uncle Howdy give Bray Wyatt Sister Abigail. I can't be a hypocrite because I already said Alexa was going to win, so I guess I got to go with Bray here too. But let's find a way to make LA Knight look strong coming out of this, because he has been fantastic since he's been back to being LA Knight.
I'm with you. I actually hate that they have LA Knight in this spot, because it's set up for him to lose. Okay, a pitch black match against Bray Wyatt in his first actual match, if this is going to be an actual match. I don't know what the hell this thing is going to be, but yeah, I mean, I just don't see a way that LA Knight wins. I don't even know how he can come out of it looking strong, because obviously what you're trying to do is you're trying to make Bray look strong. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Bray's going to win. I'm just curious to see what this whole thing is. And anytime there's a tie-in, because it's not just a pitch black match, it's a Mountain Dew pitch black match. So I am not excited about this at all. Somewhat curious, but we'll see what happens Saturday night.
We'll see. Got, of course, what will get the most attention as far as singles matches. The WWE I don't know how to even say this shit. Universal Heavyweight Champion, whatever it is. Roman Reigns defending against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens just kind of said, asked for the match, and Roman said, yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Just do it. Just get out of here. I mean, there's no way, no how Roman loses the belt before Mania, unless the only person that would have taken it off of him wasn't on Raw. They scrapped the whole bloodline thing, the acknowledgement of all generations that got scrapped, and it was just the holding court for Sami Zayn, which was a good segment. I'll give him that. It's just the fact that y'all advertised something else and then gave us something else. Raw was actually really good. Raw 30. For all of the times that they brought back legends in the past, this one they actually did right. And I credit the creative team for pulling off a great show. Well balanced and kept everything in line. So all that being said, Roman Reigns is still gonna walk out champ. The whole thing with Sami Zayn could play a role in this match. You never know. Roman told him, I don't want to see you until Saturday. But I think that at the end of the day, there's just no way, no how. You're trying to sell out SoFi Stadium. You're not having Roman drop the belt here. You're just not. So, Tribal Chief stays the one.
Yeah, Tribal Chief definitely winning. The only question is, how does this further the storyline with Sammy and this slight dissension so far that he has with the bloodline, or the doubts that Roman has about him, whatever you want to call it. That to me is the only intriguing thing about this match is how will that all play out? But as far as who's going to win, come on, we know it's going to be Roman.
Yeah. And he said something about a final test on Raw for Sammy. I don't want to see you till then. My guess is that's going to be something with the Rumble. So that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on the same page. Roman Reigns will still be the champ. And so I'm going to assume, well, they haven't done that before, or recently, recent years, they haven't put a Rumble match first, but they could this year. So I'm just going to go ahead and just jump to the Women's Royal Rumble match. I know Liv Morgan's going in number one. We know, you're gonna have your Baileys, you're gonna have your Becky Lynch is gonna be in there, Rhea, probably Io and Io Sky and Dakota Kai.
Maybe Ronda's back. I don't know.
Shayna Baszler, probably Ronda, if I had to guess. What's Raquel Gonzalez, Shotzi,
isn't it Rodriguez?
I hate they changed her name. So yeah, Raquel.
I don't see the point.
I could see some NXT. I could see you having Gigi Dolan and what's her name?
JC Jane. I
could see them coming up for that. I could see
a
couple NXT, Cora Jade, maybe even, champion.
Yeah, and we'll see some old school divas, maybe wrestlers. We'll see some, hopefully not nearly as many as we saw, because you're trying to pop the crowd, and you pop the crowd a little bit with some of the NXT talent, but of course everybody pops to see the old veterans.
Man, they blew they blew their wad last year. I don't want to see none of them. None of them. I don't want to see Molly. I don't want to see Ivory. I don't want to see Kelly. I damn sure don't want to see Kelly, Tori Wilson. I don't want to see none of y'all.
Okay, all right.
But we have to choose one. And the only name that makes sense to me is my most improved woman of the year. That's Rhea Ripley. That's the only one that would absolutely stand out and make the most sense. Obviously, you got Becky in there. People probably might pick her, but she's won recently. Bianca's not in it. Alexa's not in it. Charlotte's not in it. So yeah, I'm going with. I mean, there could be a strong case made for Bayley, but I'm gonna go with Rhea. Rhea Ripley will finally win the Royal Rumble.
Man, that is my choice as well, unless there is a return of Sasha Banks and Mercedes Moné, which she's not with AEW, obviously. I guess she's just working with Japan. But look, man, nothing would surprise me. But yeah, my pick is Rhea. I just think she's just, to me, really the only exciting opponent for either Bianca or Charlotte. Man, I think Bayley has really been held down by
Damage control.
By damage control. She beat down Becky the other night, so maybe they revisit that some way somehow, but that's not a title match. I just don't know if I see Bayley even in the title picture right now. She's just lost something being with damage control. So yeah, I'm going with Rhea. Like you said, they've had her confronting some of the dudes, and we've seen her body slam Luke Gallows and just show how big and bad she is. And I'd be all about a match between either her and Bianca or her and Charlotte again.
I want her and Bianca. 1000%. So
Imagine the test of strength between those two ladies.
That'd be the best. That'll steal the show.
Yeah.
That will steal the show. So, got the men's Royal Rumble, and there's a whole lot going on with that thing. Obviously, we know Cody Rhodes is coming back. They announced that. But there's a lot of speculation. There's going to be other names. You got people, this is the thing with social media, people reading into certain people's posting workout videos, even though they always post workout videos. It's like, well, he does this all the time. You know. So, people still having hope for The Rock to show up. I personally don't. That's just, I don't see it happening. Not that I wouldn't absolutely lose my shit. I just don't see it happening, okay? There's rumors about Stone Cold being in there. There's rumors about Goldberg being in there. There's rumors about I forgot the other name. I heard another name, but I can't think of it at the moment. Let me just get my prediction out the way. It's probably going to be yours too, and it should be everybody's. Okay, Cody Rhodes is winning the Royal Rumble. It's not even close. Okay, make him come in at like number 10 or something like that. Make him work for it and everything like that. But it's him. Okay, we're doing this whole storybook thing. There's nobody else with cachet. There's nobody else that's never been face to face with Roman right now. And the point that you made is, if you do The Rock and Roman, there's no point in The Rock winning, because he's not going to stick around. He can't stick around. So the only way you make that match intriguing is if you take the belt off of Roman, because then you can say, well, Rock could beat him and then leave him back to Hollywood and say, I'm the tribal chief. And then Roman could go away for a little while and come back and be pissed off and maybe do a rematch at a SummerSlam or something. I don't know. But that would be the only way you add intrigue, is if you take the belt off of Roman, which you're not going to do. Because now, well, you can still sell out SoFi with that match. But then what do you do with Cody? You run into that problem. Cody versus Kevin Owens doesn't have that same feel,
No,
Cody
you
versus
can't go
Roman,
back to Seth Rollins.
No, you can't. You've done that to death. So yeah, but Cody versus Roman, 2 generational superstars, 2 superstars that got daddies that did it, and these promos would be excellent. So that's what I'm going with. I'm predicting and hoping. I hope we see it. Hope we see Cody and Roman at Mania, and it will be a hell of a main event. But yeah, you're gonna have your Bobby Lashley's in there, your Brock Lesnar's. I'm gonna guess Austin Theory's gonna be in there because he didn't have a match.
Yeah. He's gonna be in there.
Gargano's hurt. Probably gonna have Sheamus and Butch and Ridge Holland and
Edge will probably come back.
All the members of Judgment Day. So yeah, it'll be a good show. I'm just curious who will they have as a surprise? John Cena, that was the name. How did that escape me? Yeah, I heard John Cena could possibly be in there too. Him being on the cover of the game, and then just adding an entry to the show. So I heard him too. That was the name that was escaping me. But I'm still going with Cody.
You know what, man? That's the safest pick. And like you said, would be the most popular pick. And I'm probably overthinking this because we still have a lot of time in between the Rumble and Mania. And we've seen this before where the person who wins the Rumble doesn't always end up challenging the champion. Most of the time, yeah, I'm going to say Brock wins, but that they still find a way to get Cody in the main event. Yeah. That's just, I'm just going to do something outside the box. I know the easy pick is Cody, but I think WWE is aware that everybody is expecting Cody to win. And I don't know, man. I just feel like.
Well, him and Lashley got beef.
What's that?
Him and Lashley got beef. That's probably the WrestleMania match, him and Lashley.
That is true. I do think we'll get there somehow. I've also heard rumors of another match for Brock that they were thinking about. Have you heard about the rumors between him and Gunther?
I would buy that.
I would too. Yeah, I heard, but look, man, who knows what they're doing? But yeah, obviously him and Bobby, as we saw on Monday, still have unfinished business. So maybe they do give us that again. But I think, do we still have an elimination chamber before Mania?
As of now, yes.
Okay, so like I said, man, a lot can happen between now and Mania. So even if Brock wins, that doesn't necessarily mean he challenges Roman. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I guess I just feel like Cody is so predictable, so easy to predict that they'll try to do something to swerve us. So the only other person I can see winning and looking legit would be Brock.
Sometimes knowing the outcome is all right. It's just, how do we get there? How are you going to get us there is what we want to know. Because, yeah, anything can happen. But I don't think you're going to have between those two matches, either Rock and Roman or Cody and Roman. There's no two bigger matches you can make.
I agree. I still think we'll get to either Rock and Roman or Cody and Roman, even if Brock wins. I don't know how, but I just look, man, I wish they would have not done all these vignettes and given these updates on Cody. Yeah. I wish they would have just left us wondering. Mm-hmm. Now, we all would have probably thought, hey, he's coming back to the Rumble anyway, but now we definitely know it. And they've been giving us all these video packages. It all just seems like too heavy-handed, too much. And then for him to just come in and, I mean, everybody and their mom knows or thinks Cody's going to win. And I just think WWE is aware of that. And so they will do something different.
There is something to be said about what you're saying, because, you got Vegas, the odds bettors and things like that they get involved too. The WrestleMania that we went to, there was a heavy betting on Triple H to win the triple threat match. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people said they changed it because of that. They changed the outcome on the fly because of that. And then he won the next month.
You're making a good point that I hadn't even thought about. Don't you think the heavy betting money is going to be on Cody? Mm-hmm. And do you think Vegas is going to take that loss?
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I'm one to believe that they're all in cahoots to make a dollar. So,
yep,
you might be onto something, but I just don't know. Yeah, there's a way. There's always a way, but I just don't know how they get to where they want to be. But if Dwayne shows up, it changes everything. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, man. If we hear "if you smell," then we know.
San Antonio will cave in on itself. The Alamo Dome will cave in on itself. I really wanted to go, but I'm going out of town. I will be out of town for the Royal Rumble, but we'll still be here for the post show. But had I not been going, I would have tried my damnedest to get to the Alamo Dome. I've always wanted to go to the Alamo Dome. I remember watching the Spurs back in the day in that place. So,
okay, yeah,
huge arena. They were just there for the Rumble in 2017. So
I didn't realize that. Okay,
yeah, I mean 6 years, so it wasn't just there, but it seems like they were.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody, let us know in the comment section down below what you think. What are your predictions for the Royal Rumble going into WrestleMania season? Hopefully, everything works out this year. WrestleMania party at your boy's house again, viewing party, get the crew together, and of course doing the post show afterwards when we're all inebriated. I already got the weekend off. I probably should take that Monday off too if I possibly can, but
yeah, I do have that Monday off,
but we'll see.
Might have that Tuesday off too.
You smart man.
yeah, because look, we gonna party all weekend and then drive back Monday. I don't want to have to go back to work on Tuesday. I want another day to recover.
Exactly. That's what I did for this trip. I come back a day early. I got a day to kind of just rest a little bit, lay around a little bit, and then go back to work, So, but yes, let us know. Hit us up on the social medias. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast on Instagram. Podcast_third on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitch. Live streaming on Twitch right now. Third Generation Wrestling Pod, as well as TikTok is the same handle, Third Generation Wrestling Pod. And email us at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com with all your recommendations, questions, anything you want us to do or see. Retrospective wise, I know we've had a lot going on personally over the weekend, so I just had to kind of pull the plug on that review for now. We're going to do it, but maybe be able to get it done on the weekend. We'll see. We got Rumble though. That's the main focus is the Rumble. So, but we will get back to fully loaded. Promise. Check out my reviews for Last of Us and Velma. I have seen episode 2, so I'll probably do a review right after we get off here. And I have no problem showing my hand. I watched the show. Last of Us is incredible. It is absolutely. The first episode is long, but it is long with a purpose. Every scene has a purpose. This is one of those shows that when you sit down and watch, you need to be eyes and ears for everything, and it's gonna grab you. It grabs you quick. They don't waste any time, so that I appreciate it. Episode 1 is kind of gut wrenching for me. 2, they get into the more of the horror aspect, and I was just kind of like it made my skin crawl a little bit. So that's always it's hard to do this day and age, so much, and
yeah, and we've seen so much, yeah,
unoriginal ideas and stuff you've seen before, but what they do with sound and imagery is in body horror. Yeah, they don't hold back. So yes, definitely check out Last of Us if you are a horror fan. It's deep, and I'm looking forward to episode 3. And HBO Max is smart. They only putting them out one at a time, so you only get one a week. So, all right, check out all the content, and hope everybody's having a great New Year, 2023. I may be having a new acquisition to the household, not a person. Put that out there now. Ain't no more keys.
Say, hey, you got something to tell us?
Ain't no kids, ain't the damn sure ain't no more dog. But if all goes well, when I come back, I will share with the audience here. So until then, take care, everybody. And Ambassador, send us home.
All right, y'all know the drill. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all trying to do big things in 2023 at first night on Twitch. So
trying new things.
Yeah, so let's hear from you. Give us your predictions. You know, am I going completely off the rails, not picking Cody? Who are going to be some surprise returns? Just interact with us. Let us know what you're thinking. We love y'all.
Right on, right on. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. We appreciate you all. Say something positive. Do something positive this week. And we'll speak to y'all again Saturday night after Royal Rumble.